This episode is brought to you by XBO. XBO is a new cryptocurrency exchange that is looking for its official representatives. That's right, if you own a Bored Ape or know someone who does, you don't want to miss this opportunity. XBO.com is currently holding an audition to find its own Bored Ape and is paying top dollar for the rights to the digital collectible. The owner of the selected Bored Ape will receive $100,000 in exchange for it being the official mascot for XBO. Even if you don't own a Bored Ape, register now because the first 10,000 registrants will get the gold tier trading rewards and the chance to win lifetime Black Diamond rewards. Visit XBO.com for more details on this opportunity. Link in the description below.
Boom! It's your boy Crypto Blood. I need my soundboard. Yeah. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. And guess what? We are doing it live. Shout out to my man. I see good friend of mine, Mind Your Biz, is in the building. Thanks for tuning in, Mind Your Biz. Seth, my man. That's my guy right there. Hope everyone's doing good today, though. Or well, I should say well. It's a proper term. Yes, Cryptodamus strikes again. I mean, come on. Give me a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get to the headline in this video later on for sure. I told you guys it was coming. Told you. You can't make reckless, leveraged moves with publicly traded funds, essentially. Right? This is a publicly traded company. I'm talking about Saylor and Microstrategy. You can't make those types of moves and be down $1 billion plus, almost $2 billion, and not think there are going to be some repercussions. You got people to report to. You got a fiduciary responsibility when you're on that level. You know, that's the elite of the elite. It's like the pro game, right? You can't get any more pro than being a publicly traded company and being the CEO of a publicly traded company. The CEO has a boss. That boss is the board. We'll get to that later. Let's see what we got here. Manuel says pants off, dance off. Bitcoin dumpo incoming. Yeah, I want everyone. It's possible. I think so as well. I do. But there are a number of reasons why. It's not just one single thing as to why I think Bitcoin will be heading lower. But hit those like buttons. Smash those like booties, as I always say. We got 17 people in the building. Let's get more people aware of this stream as we get into it. But first, as you guys saw, XBO, you saw the 30-second drop. They are looking for, if you guys have a Bored Ape or you know someone who does, they're giving $100,000 to you. Okay, my friend, you fortunate individual that has a Bored Ape Nazi Club NFT. But seriously, if you own one, they're giving $100,000 to a lucky person to be the ambassador of the XBO brand. It's a new exchange coming out. Check them out. Link in the description below. Let's see what my man Mind Your Biz says. Saylor. This Saylor is going below deck. That's hilarious. That's a good one. Also, don't forget, Fair Desk, one of my channel sponsors. Get over there. You know why? Because I am giving you guys up to $600 in trading funds credited to your account. Scan that QR code or link is in the description of this video if you want to join. Very good, actually very, very excellent incentives for trading over at Fair Desk. They're trying to expand. Founded by Six Binance Execs. So they know what they're doing. And I love the platform. I'm using it to scalp. And we'll take a look at some of those trading positions here in a second. But yeah, get over there at fairdesk.com for more information. Link in the description below. $100 minimum to qualify for that $600 in trading funds. All right. What do we have here? Oh my God. Saylor, step down. Yes, he's actually moved on to McDonald's. I don't know why they're so late in responding or reporting on this. I talked to Saylor a couple weeks ago. You guys remember I showed this on BitBoy, And yeah, he told me personally, he said, "Hey, Blood, look, man, I'm a smart guy, but I need to humble myself, and I'm gonna go work at McDonald's for a little while, and let someone else take the helm over at Microstrategies." All jokes aside, though, let's look at the technicals. We're having this is positive, bearish, I should say bullish news for Bitcoin, because if you guys remember in yesterday's video, I showed a rejection occurred, I think right here. Let me change the color of that, because it's getting a little confusing with all this scribble scrabble. Let me see, how can I change the color? Where's the damn I don't know. Okay, so we saw a rejection here. Let me change the color on that to green just so it can stand out. And another rejection here. That was the one I was referring to in yesterday's video. It was concerning to me. However, we did not make a new low. As you guys see right there, we stopped right dead before making a new low and actually turned back around. And right now we are currently slightly, ever so slightly above that trend line, that orange line, as you can see. And that is that's actually fairly bullish. It's fairly bullish on the short term. Okay, from a short term perspective, meaning like day to day, maybe the rest of this week, we'll see what happens. But we ultimately would need to take out, that 24,800 level for me to be, we're going higher. This could be another fake out. Bulls and bears are definitely battling it out, ladies and gents. So you want to watch really the neckline there at like $24,200 on Bitcoin, roughly in that region. If we get back up to that point, that is very positive for us. Very, very positive, ladies and gentlemen. So algo trades, those will be going, pre-orders will be going live later this week actually, but it's kind of no action. We're trending sideways on Ethereum. Not good for a system, an automated system, because we're just kind of treading water, churning as they call it, going back and forth. There were a couple trades from yesterday that were positive. One short here that was good, but mostly it's kind of been flatlined here. So we're kind of waiting to see what's going on. We're currently short on Ethereum, but very close to changing back to being bullish or a buy signal on Ethereum. But over the night, there was a nice trade long here at almost 2 o'clock in the morning, which gave us a nice long trade. If you were able to catch that 2% trade there, so then it's not bad. But overall, kind of sideways, people, sideways, sitting sideways, paused in the days. Don't forget, follow me on Twitter, of course, CryptoBlood_, and TikTok, CryptoBlood_. Now Instagram is just straight CryptoBlood. I got a lot of imposters, so please be careful with that one. Let's take a look at the first article, which is out of CNBC. Oh man, ladies and gents, I listen. From here on out, if I hear you talking about Solana in some positive way, I'm gonna have to put my paws on you, man. I can't, in no right conscience can I be a supporter of Solana. Now, I'll read the article. There are some different takes on what's going on here. Some people think it's a compromise in a number of these wallets. We'll take a look at which ones they are. Others think it may be at a protocol level, which would be a worse situation. That would be horrible if this exploit is coming from the protocol and not a specific implementation of the wallet software. So what's happening? Well, we've got ongoing attacks coming out on the Solana network. Randomly, people are, some hackers are able, for how, I don't know how, but they're able to just go into your wallet, sign with a private key, which means they have access to your private key somehow, some way, and just dump or, drain the wallet. Now, this has happened over the course of a couple days now. Over 8,000 wallets affected by this on Solana network. $5 million so far stolen. And yet they still don't know what the hell is going on. Which is just, I mean, yet another reason for you not to be messing with Solana. So the Elliptic chief scientist said, he told CNBC that the root cause of the breach is still unclear. It appears to be due to a flaw in certain wallet software rather than the Solana blockchain. That's their take. OtterSec, though, is suggesting that some sort of private key compromise is occurring. Now, we don't know still at this point what is going on, but to just know, could you imagine any other blockchain, if any other blockchain had this happen? I mean, it would just be over for them, right? But because you got the Wall Street VC guys, their bags are heavily invested in this. Their interests are heavily invested in Solana. It's just like not getting as much attention as it should. Now, Solana did drop 8% on the news. But come on now, people. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. That yet another reason for you not to F with Solana. Now, the affected wallets so far have been Phantom, Slope, Soulflare, Trust Wallet, across a variety of platforms. So their OtterSec is suggesting that, listen to this, this is hilarious. They're suggesting that you move your assets to a hardware ledger, that's cool, or centralized exchange. Now that's so damn pitiful that you got to tell people to move their funds to a centralized exchange off of the blockchain, right? They want you to move into a centralized exchange for your funds to be safe. Man, this don't make no damn sense, people. Makes no sense at all. Let's see what the comments are saying here, man. God. So we got Less Square says, should one sell Bitcoin when it hit a quick high to catch the dip when it comes? I mean, you know, it just depends on your time horizon. If you're a longer term investor, no, don't pay attention to these small incremental changes. Even though, and I want to give a shout out to Gareth Soloway. I just had him on literally an hour and a half ago. Excellent interview. And actually, all of my YouTube members, let me just bring this up really quickly. See if I can bring this up. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Can't find it at the moment. Sorry about that, guys. I was going to try to show you the post that I put out earlier today. I guess I can show it from is this it? Yeah, this is it. This is it right here. I just put out the uncut version of the video on YouTube to my YouTube members, paying YouTube members. So go check it out. It'll be out for the rest of you guys tomorrow, but there's some valuable information that was shared there on the interview I did with Gareth Soloway earlier today. Let me see if I can pull something up really quickly. Yeah, you guys need to go definitely check that out. If you're not a member, go sign up, man. Support the movement, support the channel. We got some exclusive things coming up. Some exclusive things coming up, ladies and gents. Yeah, here it goes. Latest member only video. Just put it out. Man, it's some good. You want an actionable trading video, something you can take home and trade on? That is the one right there. That is the one right there. Gareth Soloway. It's like his 6th time on my channel. He loves coming on the channel. I love having him on. Mind Your Biz says, my Ledger account was okay. Confirmed again this morning. Cool. Seba says, too many hacks. How many is that for the week? Are you referring to Solana or just period? There's been a few hacks. We're going to talk about the Nomad hack a little bit here in a second. That one's hilarious. Mind Your Biz says, but I keep a very small balance on Solana. That kind of lets you know that there are new people in crypto that are learning. They're going to learn the hard way. Sure, absolutely. There are a lot of new people in crypto. And that's why we need to get them to watch, shows like mine, shows like Mind Your Biz, guys that are really trying to give you the real and uncut. So it is what it is. Again, Solana, random hacks across the blockchain. At this point, we don't know if it's a protocol level, which would be worst case scenario. We don't want that to be the case. Or if it's some type of software, software bug in the wallet. Okay, implementation in the software, Solana software for their wallets. So at this point, we do not know, but just know that your funds may not be safe on the Solana blockchain right now. You already had issues, getting your funds moved around on the Solana blockchain because hell, you never know when the chain is going to be up or down. I call Solana the Windows 95 of blockchains. The most unstable operating or blockchain system out there. You never know if you're going to have a crash, can't get your funds. Ugh. Yeah, there are only 37 people watching. Of those 37, let's get those thumbs up, people. Let's get those thumbs up, please. Let's get those thumbs up. So anyway, let's go on to the next article, which is this is a neat one here. Galoy raises $4 million for Bitcoin-backed synthetic dollar. So this company called StableSats is letting people use Lightning Network for everyday payments without exposure to short-term volatility. So what they're trying to do here, which is pretty interesting, I'm skeptical of it. I'm not convinced yet because it sounds very algorithmic-ish. I know they're using futures, a concept, forward perpetual futures, concept that BitMEX kind of invented here for the crypto markets. But I'm just not too convinced. I'll show you why. So basically, this company here, StableSats, check them out, StableSats, I think .com. What they're doing here is essentially they're creating, using derivatives contracts to create a Bitcoin-backed synthetic dollar pegged to the US dollar. What? Come on now. What are we talking about here? StableStats uses a financial instrument invented by BitMEX cryptocurrency exchange called the perpetual inverse swap. The holder can hedge the risk of price fluctuations and guarantee. See, this is when I get skeptical. And guarantee the value of their position in US dollar terms. Can we guarantee? Can we really guarantee? I wouldn't use that word. That's a strong word. Guarantee. The only thing guaranteed here is death. That's it. That is it. Real Talk says, is Solana on beta? If so, is that a good excuse for mishaps? Good point. Good point. Very, very good point there, Real Talk, because that is the rebuttal that I hear from a lot of the Solana proponents or people who are very supportive of the blockchain, the project. They say it's in beta. Well, they damn sure don't act like it. The way they promote the blockchain, the way that you have, let's see how much money is held up in Solana right now as far as a market cap. Let's take a look at Solana's market cap. So Solana's market cap right now, as it stands, is 14 billion, just shy of $14 billion market cap. That don't sound like beta to me. Okay, that's a lot of money at risk to be in beta. Let me know of any other software that has a market value and of 14 billion and it is in beta. That doesn't sound like beta to me. Okay. So if it is in beta, reckless, very reckless, in my opinion, the way they're doing that. Let me just highlight that really quickly. Solana's market cap, 13.9 billion. Okay. What a beta. What a mother freaking beta. Ghetto Crypto says, top of it, my people. Even in a bear market, people getting hacked, hoodwinked, and haggled. It's still money to be made. Absolutely. Absolutely. Still money to be made. Still money to be made. Mind Biz says, I don't know. I think the occasional rug pull is also guaranteed at this point. Right. Chavez, my cousin, staying away from all stable coins. Too much pain going around. Solana ain't in no damn beta. That's what I say, man. You know, people, I've heard that as an excuse, though. It's in beta, it's in beta. No, it's not beta to me. Not beta to me. They're not marketing it. The marketing campaigns that Solana have, stores opening and brick and mortar, store. Nah, that ain't beta. That's not beta, homie. Sorry. Can't use that excuse. Let's get back to some of these topics, though, ladies and gents. So, yeah, that's where we are with stable stats. Concept, it's okay, but I'm just a little concerned with some of the rhetoric they're using, guaranteeing, value of your position, using these perpetual inverse swaps, along with some algorithmic code in there to balance things out. I'm still too scarred from the Terra Luna situation, so I really can't mess with it. But maybe there is some future with this. They raised $4 million to continue their endeavors. The next thing, Nomad. Speaking of hacks, Nomad bridge, another bridge hacked, ladies and gents. Bridges are I have to agree with Vitalik on this one. Bridges are very dangerous. I personally wouldn't be dealing with any bridges because I don't know, man. The attack vectors are almost endless, it seems like. You can't protect yourself from every possible attack. And bridges have a high amount of attack vectors. So here's another one. Nomad bridge. I know you guys heard about it. 190 million stolen. But guess what? The hackers returned 9 million. And to just top it off even further, this is the comical part of it. Evmos and Moonbeam requested the quote-unquote white hat hackers and ethical researchers to return funds. When I saw that, I fell out my chair. So you're telling me that they are white? You're labeling them that. They didn't tell you they were white hat hackers. They didn't say that. They didn't say they were ethical researchers. But you put that label on them. They go on to say in a statement, if you took ETH ERC20 tokens with the intention of returning them, we now have a process for you to do so. Man, you ain't getting that money back. It's done data. They gave you what? 9 million back? That was their ethical. That was the ethical portion of their hack, which was like 4% of what was stolen. So, hey, like it or love it. That's all you're getting, homie. Let me know what you guys feel about this Nomad hack. Do you think these bridges, it's just too, or are the bridges in beta? That's what's in beta. All these bridges are in beta because they continually get hacked. I wouldn't trust them. I personally would say stay away from them because they're just too unstable. Solana is that pack that comes with seeds but still smoking it. So it is what it is. Solana is the new EOS, sacrificing everything for speed. EOS has never been down. EOS has never had a hack like this. So we can't compare EOS and Solana. You may be, disappointed in the progression of EOS and, them, completing some of the things that they promised they would. But you cannot say, one thing you can't say, and this is why, the OG blockchain crypto cats, rule number one, this is 10 crack commandments, 10 block commandments here. Commandment number 1, thou shalt not go down. Your blockchain should never go down. Bitcoin, never gone down. Litecoin, never gone down. Dogecoin, Ethereum, EOS. I mean, the list is enough for you to say that's a standard. That should be a standard that we should never deviate from. So, can't put Solana, EOS in the same breath, homie. When they get hacked, they in beta. When they go up 10x, it's not in beta. Exactly. Wisdom Bars, one of my YouTube members, says all these hacks is showing which cryptos are strong or aren't known yet. Yeah, that's true. And it's showing us that, it's still early. It is still early. Ghetto Crypto says Wax never been down and out. Absolutely. The list goes on. Wax is another one. It runs EOS.io protocol. Never been down. No, so I don't want to ever hear anyone comparing Solana to any other block. You can't even compare Solana to Cardano, and I'm not a fan of Cardano yet. Not yet. These blockchains have not been down yet. Yeah. First commandment, man. 10 block commandments. Rule number 1. I'm gonna have to remake that Biggie joint and make it a blockchain one, right? Yeah, man. So that's where we are. It's sad to see another hack, another bridge attack. Will they end? No. These bridges are very hard to implement. I mean, kudos to those who try, for sure. And to the main subject for today, ladies and gentlemen, I got to put my dramatic voice on. Microstrategy reports $917 million Bitcoin impairment charge as Saylor steps aside. Yeah, I predicted it. I said MicroStrategies, and specifically Michael Saylor, was going to get his nuts clipped, and that's exactly what happened. MicroStrategy took a non-cash digital impairment charge of $917.8 million in the second quarter of 2022, which is, in comparison to quarter one, they only took a charge down of $170 million, which is 9x, pretty much, almost 9x what they did in Q1. So with performance like that, ladies and gents, this is what happens. This is if I can bring up, let me see if I can I'm going to try to find this other article really quickly that kind of states it a different way. And I'll give you my 2 Satoshis on that. But let me see if I can find it really quickly. This is what happens, ladies and gents. As I stated at the beginning, it costs to be the boss. And, when you have a fiduciary responsibility with people's money, you can't make reckless moves like this. And I call it reckless because they leverage their trade on Bitcoin with other people's money. Okay, that's where if it was all cash, I would say it's kind of reckless. But hey, all cash position, you can wait that out. You can play the long game. But when you're borrowing money and there's an expense on that money costs you interest, essentially. Nah, that's not a good look. So this one says out of Yahoo Finance, Michael Saylor steps down as MicroStrategy CEO, and then it goes on to talk about like he's gonna Michael Saylor will focus on primarily innovation and long-term corporate strategy. And will continue to provide oversight of the company's Bitcoin acquisition strategy. Let me break that down in real nigga terms. They were getting sick of him, running around, Lex Friedman, 5-hour interviews, here and there, CNBC, and he wasn't focusing on the core business of MicroStrategy. And they had enough. They had enough, and the board booted them. That's what happened. I'm just translating it for you so you understand what's going on. He says, the quote unquote goes on to say, as executive chairman, I will be able to focus more on our Bitcoin acquisition strategy and related Bitcoin advocacy initiatives. Yeah, right. All right, Saylor. Whatever you say, homie. I'm going to tell them how it really is going down. They booted you. You mismanaged and was reckless with the way you invested in Bitcoin. You just got into Bitcoin in 2020. Smart guy for sure. No one's taking that away from him. But I don't think he understood what type of asset class this really is. It ain't one to be leveraging your corporate balance sheet with. That's for sure. This quote here had me falling out. I had to do one of those Dave Portnier or whatever his name is. I had to fall out my chair again when I saw this quote, ladies and gents. This guy, Michael Saylor, said, volatility means Bitcoin is more interesting. And so MicroStrategy is more interesting. Nah, not at all. Volatility is vitality. Yeah, these types of quotes is why they booted you, homie. This is exactly why. Saylor is being replaced by Phong Le, former president and chief financial officer, who becomes chief executive officer effective Monday. So this is a quick move. This is the board made an action after that earnings call and said, nah, you got to go, homie. It's done data. Let's take a look at some of these comments here. Ghetto Crypto said, I'm convinced he has a wallet of his own separate from. Of course, no, I know he does for sure. He has to have his own crypto. I hope he does. If he doesn't own Bitcoin personally, then he is a hypocrite, total hypocrite. No, but I think he does, and he'll be fine long term. I think. Anything with Click said they will sell all those coins. So Saylor was forced out. Yes. That's my observation, and that's typically how they phrase it when the person, the CEO, is still with the company. They, for PR perspective and reasons, they phrase it that way. He's moving over to focus on XYZ. No, they booted his ass out of that position. This show is dope. Thanks for keeping it real. Some tubers are like unwatchable. All right, thanks, Carrie. I appreciate that. Wisdom Bar says Saylor was doing too much talking and basically told him, look, here, you're chatty patty, get off the mic and focus on some Bitcoin. Well, I mean, is that really a necessary strategy within the scope of a company like MicroStrategy who sells software as a service? Bitcoin has absolutely nothing to do with that. The day-to-day core business of MicroStrategy. So it's really, to me, a made-up kind of position that is irrelevant. Seba says, Saylor, future trillionaire or victim from market volatility. Future trillionaire, that's to be that's to be seen. I don't know, man. Do I think Bitcoin will head higher than where we are? I think so, but to make a bold statement like that with so many unknown variables still ahead of us, who knows? I say this all the time, Seba. Bitcoin works at $2, $1,000, $100,000, $1 million. The functionality is the same. It's a great remittance network, a decentralized remittance network, store of value, a store of wealth, long-term hedge against inflation, long term. Now, if we go into a deflationary event or environment, then no, Bitcoin is not going to do well. So you have to weigh both sides. Like, we can't just pick a narrative and think we're just going to shove that into everyone's conscious and think that's what's going to happen. If we head into a deflationary environment, which is very possible, in which the Federal Reserve is the most fearful of, no, Bitcoin heads lower along with every other asset. It is what it is. Matt says, excuse me, but Michael Saylor offered a buyout of anyone not on board when he started this, and Michael Saylor is controlling stock owner of MicroStrategy. Then if that's the case, Matt, why didn't he just buy him out? That's just not how it works, bro. Michael Saylor is controlling stock owner of. If that was the case, he would not have stepped down, in my opinion. Why would he move to the side? I think the board voted him out. He may have voting shares, of course, but you got to understand the dynamic of a corporate entity like that. You have the public shareholders have, if they hold Class A shares of Microstrategy, they have a voting right. The board has a voting right. So it's just not his vote and you go his way. That's just not how it works. Michael Saylor can replace his entire board. This is his choice. Let me know where you're finding that info, and I would love to read up on that. But just knowing how these types of things go, the headline shows me that this was not a move made by him, but a move made by the board to focus back on what they should be focusing on, which is providing software as a service, which is a very lucrative business. Chavez said, remember, Bitcoin price is being based in U.S. If the Fed prints another 40%, Bitcoin price will hit new all-time high and beyond. Sure, absolutely. But, some people's thesis is that they can't print another 40% because then you're going. It's almost like a feedback loop. You print another 40%, it's going to cause higher inflation, which then it's not a good look. They're at that point. I think they literally are at that point where they can't do this playbook again. They can't do the playbook from 08 till now again. Can't do it again. So that's what people are saying, and I'm one of those individuals that feel that way. Matt says, I will get back to you. It's all public. Absolutely, Matt. We'd love to see what you have. Looking, I want to know all angles and all sources on this for sure. Ghetto Crypto, I honestly think it's a black swan event on the horizon before the year is out. Speaking of black, thank you. Great segue, homie. Speaking of black swan, let's take a look at old Nancy Drunk Pelosi visiting Taiwan. This could be a prelude to a black swan. I mean, come on now. What are you doing, Pelosi? Why are you over in Taiwan? Why are you poking the hornet's nest? This is none of your business. If anyone needs to go over there, it sure ain't supposed to be you. Go ahead and retire. All right. I personally think this is a deflection. This is a deflection. Deflection from what, you may ask, Blood? This is a deflection from her husband buying all that Nvidia stock, right, and being exposed on that front. So she said, what can I do to get the media off of that? Oh, let me go visit Taiwan. First, I forgot what just happened as far as what she did. And she's like the first politician, or I forgot what the term was, to visit Taiwan. For what? Tell me, for what? This is only going to, and is enraging China. Okay, they started scrambling some jets over that way. Not a good look. This could be leading us up to a very bad black swan event, as Ghetto Crypto said. So you need to watch this very closely. Right now, the markets aren't taking it as anything because the markets are rallying today. So, but you have to watch these types of things to see how they play out. 4 or 5 moves down the road. We'll have to see. Anything but Click said, Matt equals Michael Saylor. Nah, doubt it. Stirring the let's see here. Movado 242 says the Fed has lost all credibility. They don't fear the flesh area environment. Not sure what that means, because they'll be the ones that created. These dudes are like alien. They always find a way to come back. Yeah, I hear you, man. Pelosi equal GPUs for all the metaverse usage coming up. That's funny. That's hilarious. It's the only way they can sell Bitcoin without damaging the Maximus image. Yeah, true. Check that microchip factory. Yeah, that's true too. Actually, it's funny because I didn't even put two and two together in regards to the microchip factories over in Taiwan. They're like the #1 microchip factory, and Gareth Salloway made that connection for me today in our interview. So check it out. If you're a member, you're getting it first, raw and uncut. It is available for you right now. So go check it out. That's pretty much it, though, ladies and gents. I appreciate everyone chiming in today. Make sure you hit those thumbs up, though. We need that. We got 43 people in the building right now watching, and we need those thumbs up. All right, so please hit that for us. And that is it, ladies and gents. That is it. It's your boy Crypto Blood. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, click that bell to receive more videos like this. It's my two Satoshis. I'm out of here. Holla!